Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Happy 2022. This is my first video of 2022. I'm super excited, and for my first video I wanted to do a best of 2021. So I did this video last year and it did so well, so I was like, you know what, let's do it again this year. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video. I can't even explain to you guys how many products I have in front of me right now. It's a little ridiculous. We're talking like an entire year of makeup launches in one video. So there's a ton of stuff. I don't want this video to be too long, so make sure that you guys check the description box down below. I'm going to be putting everything in the description box. We're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. Before we jump in, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. And of course, without further ado, if you guys would like to know my best of 2021, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, so I'm going to start off with skincare. So I only have one skincare brand this year that really stood out to me. Looking amongst the rest of my skincare, I was like, okay, I definitely want to mention this brand, and the brand that I'm talking about is DEZI Skin. So DEZI Skin was created by Desi Perkins, which is a fellow YouTuber, and she's absolutely amazing. And if you guys have seen her skin, she has some bomb skin, and she also created a super amazing skincare line. So she does have 3 products in her line currently. The first product that she ever launched was the DEZI Skin CLARO que sí vitamin C serum, which just looks like this. It is my absolute favorite vitamin C serum I've ever tried. So if you guys are not familiar, when it comes to vitamin C, you just have to keep in mind a BLT for your skin. So it's going to brighten, lighten, and tighten the skin for you, and this one is phenomenal. So when you think of serum, or when I think of serum, I think of like a super thin, watery consistency, and this is not like that. This actually comes out white, so it actually feels like you're applying a moisturizer to the skin. It's a little bit on the not super thicker side, but thicker than your average serum. And I just absolutely love it. It's amazing. I've seen some amazing results with my skin. It's smoother, my pores are smaller. I feel like it's really brightened up my complexion, gives me that really beautiful glowy skin. So I highly recommend it if you guys have not tried it. Okay, so moving on to the next product from DEZI Skin. This right here is the DEZI Mask On Overnight Moisture Mask. This is also a phenomenal product. So it's basically a mask that you apply to your skin at nighttime, and you actually sleep in it. So I kind of use this in replace of everything else. So when I'm applying this to my skin, I just wash my skin with my normal face wash, and then I apply this and I go to bed. I don't add any serum, I don't add any moisturizer. I want this to be the one and only product on my skin, so that way my skin can just absorb this one product, and I love it. When I wake up in the morning, my skin is super plump, super hydrated, and it just looks really nice and just supple. It's absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend it. The next product that I have here is the DEZI Skin Do Me Over Prep Set and Refresh Face Mist. I'm obsessed with this. This is my second bottle. I have a third bottle, which is brand new, waiting to be opened. This one is already more than halfway done. I love this spray. It is so good. I use it as a skincare product. I also use it as a setting spray. What I like to do with this is actually spray my beauty sponge, and then I actually press it onto the palm of my hand so it's not super soaked with product, and then I press my highlighter into my skin, and it gives me like this really beautiful radiant look to my skin, if that makes sense. So my highlight is not just sitting on the skin, it's actually nice and soaked in, as you guys can see. So it gives you a really beautiful glow, but you don't have that streak of highlight on the skin. It more so just looks like your skin is actually glowing, which I'm obsessed with. So highly recommend this. I also love the spray on here. I'll give you guys a close-up. Bottle and packaging are both super beautiful, and again, it has a super fine mist, which you guys aren't going to be able to see on camera, but it's bomb. Okay, so that was basically everything as far as skincare. I'm trying to speed through these products just because there's a ton of stuff to talk about, and I want to get through everything. So let's talk about some primers. So one of the primers that really blew me away in 2021 is the MILANI Supercharged Dewy Primer. This is actually my second tube of this primer. It's so nice. It's dewy, exactly how it says, so it gives you a really dewy finish to your skin. It's hydrating. It looks amazing on the skin. It feels really good. It feels like you're applying a second moisturizer to the skin, and I just absolutely adore it. I think it is so good. Also, how fun is the packaging? It's a super bright orange packaging. It looks like a moisturizer, as you guys can see here, and like I said, it just gives your skin a really beautiful glow, and not to mention, it also smells really nice. It has kind of like a citrusy, summery scent, and I absolutely love it. So that was definitely one of my favorite primers of the year. Another primer that absolutely knocked knocked it out the park in 2021 is the Rare Beauty. This is called the Pore Diffusing Primer. I love this primer. It is so good. I bought a travel size, completely finished it, and then I bought the full size. I love it. It's super pore diffusing, but it's not silicone based, so it's not super slippery on the skin. It feels really nice. It fills in your pores nicely. It doesn't disrupt your makeup throughout the day. It does not disrupt your foundation when applying it over top. It is amazing. Rare Beauty is such an amazing brand. Selena Gomez is killing it with her brand. She has some bomb products, and this product is amazing. Okay, so we've talked skincare and we've talked primers. Let's move in to some foundations. So the first foundation I want to talk about is actually the foundation that I'm wearing on my skin today. It's beautiful. I love it. I also have been working with this brand recently, and I have fallen in love with so many of their products, and you guys have seen me talk about them so much. I even did an entire video testing out this brand, which I will go ahead and link down below if you guys are interested. But the brand is MOIRA Cosmetics, and this right here is their complete wear foundation. So I do have two shades here. The first shade that I have is True Beige, and I also have Nude Beige, and I actually mixed the two to get my perfect shade. This brand is so affordable that I don't mind buying two foundations. Of course, I can get away with using one or the other, but I feel like the match together and combining them is just my perfect shade. So here's what the foundation looks like right here. It's just your average glass bottle. When you go ahead and open it up, it does have a pump. Mine looks absolutely disgusting, and that is because, like I said, I'm wearing this foundation today. Now, this foundation, not only is it long wearing, it's so smoothing on the skin. It is beautiful. It lasts all day. It's super full coverage without feeling heavy or cakey. You guys know when it comes to my foundations, all the foundations I'm about to mention are all full coverage, okay? I like full coverage, especially when I'm doing super glam makeup looks like the look that I'm wearing today. I want something that's going to be full coverage, look smooth on my skin, make my skin look airbrushed, but not make me look cakey. Even when I'm up close and personal, my skin still looks really beautiful and flawless, and not just on camera. So I love this foundation. It is absolutely amazing. If you guys have not checked out MOIRA Beauty, you need to check them out. They're so bomb. I have a few other products I'm going to be talking about in today's video that I've been obsessed with, but the foundation is definitely a must. The next foundation I want to talk about is one that I've become obsessed with in 2021. It also went viral. It is something that I'm pretty sure you've tried it if you're watching today's video. This is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. You guys, best CC cream I've ever tried, okay? It Cosmetics ain't got nothing on e.l.f. when it comes to these CC creams. This CC cream is so good, and it blows my mind. You guys, it blows my mind how affordable this CC cream is. It's e.l.f. It's affordable. They killed it with this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So clearly it comes in a 2 packaging. However, it does have a pump, which is amazing. We love that. And I have 2 shades here. I have Light 280N and Light 240W. One is a neutral shade and one is a warm shade. Both of them work for me. I do prefer the 240W just because I feel like the undertone is just a little bit better. And if it looks a little bit too warm, I can always lighten it up with my concealer. This is a CC cream, so CC basically stands for color correcting. So if you have any redness, discoloration, anything like that, this is going to cover it. It's also really nice and hydrating on the skin, and it does have an SPF of 30, which is amazing. So I love this. It's bomb. I can't say enough good things about it. I have an entire video testing out e.l.f. products, like new e.l.f. makeup. That's obviously not new now, but it was new then. I'll link that video down below because I did feature this e.l.f. CC cream, so you guys can actually see it in action, see how it applies to the skin. It's amazing. I love it, so I had to give it a mention. The next foundation I wanted to mention is one that I've fallen in love with this year. It is so good. Definitely more on the high-end side, but still worth every single coin, okay? This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. This foundation is so beautiful, you guys. I have a ton of tutorials using this foundation. It's amazing. I can't get enough of it. It's smoothing, it's full coverage. I feel like I'm being super repetitive with how I'm describing each foundation, but you guys can clearly see the pattern. I like something smoothing, full coverage, really nice wear, long wearing, and this foundation is so beautiful. I also wanted to talk about the Airbrush Flawless Filter. It's like the highlighter-ish product from Charlotte Tilbury. I can't find it at the moment. Little spoiler alert, a lot of my makeup at the moment is packed up. You guys will know why towards mid-January, but for right now I can't say too much. So it was really hard for me to grab every single thing I wanted to talk about in today's video, but like I said, everything's going to be down below in the description box. But that Flawless Filter is bomb as well. If you like really glowy skin, but you like a glow from within kind of look, putting that underneath your foundation before applying the foundation, girl, your skin looks amazing. So I highly recommend this foundation as well as the Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Both are such amazing products, and this year they have really become my go-to. All right guys, I have one more foundation I want to talk about. I don't think this launched in 2021, but it's something I discovered in 2021 and I had to mention it. Number one, it's super affordable. Number two, you can find it at Walmart. And number three, the coverage is bomb. And if you like to use a ton of foundation like I do, you don't even have to feel guilty because it's only $5. This right here is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation. It's 16-hour wear and also an oil-free foundation. It's amazing. I use mine in the shade Olive. I've talked on and on and on about this foundation. There's so many tutorials on my channel using this foundation. It's amazing. It does have a doe foot applicator, which I love. Okay, I do love a pump, but I also love foundations that actually come with an applicator like this where you can kind of just like swipe it on your skin. Super easy. Love it. Definitely had to mention this. Okay, so now that we've talked foundations, now we can jump into cream bronzer. I'm gonna go super quick through this because they're all basically cream bronzers. They all do the same thing, but I just love them. I love the formula of them and they're all bomb. So the first one that really blew me away this year is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I don't think this launched in 2021. I'm not 100% sure, but I discovered it last year and I love it. It's amazing. The color is beautiful. I use mine in the shade Fair Medium and it's pretty cool. You kind of just twist it and then you squeeze out the product. I'll show you guys it up close. Here's what it looks like right here. You can kind of see the color on the sponge. The only thing is I'm not a huge fan of the applicator because I feel like I get scared that I'm going to squeeze out too much. But you basically just dot a few dots on your face, blend it out, and it's stunning, gorgeous. We love her. The next one I wanted to talk about is from M Cosmetics. This is the M Cosmetics So Soft Summer Cream Bronzer. The only thing I will say about this is it's very small. It's super, super tiny, which I feel like it is higher price point. I think it's about $30 or $32. So I'm like, I don't know about this, but the formula, bomb, and I love the color. So here's what it looks like right here. Really a beautiful cream bronzer. The next one I have here is the Makeup by Mario Cream Bronzer. Makeup by Mario launched so much in 2021. So many amazing products. When I really sat down and thought about something that I really loved from his brand this year, it had to be the cream bronzer. His cream blush is good too, but the cream bronzer is amazing, and I have mine in the shade Medium. Here's what the color looks like right here. The color is simply perfection and it has the perfect amount of warmth. I love it. And then the last cream bronzer that has stole my heart, it's also the cream bronzer that I'm wearing on my skin today, is the Made by Mitchell Liquid Blusher Bronze Edition, I guess you would call them. So he also has his liquid blushes, which I'm going to mention later on, but I have two shades. These are Caramel Chisel, which is the shade right here, and then I also have Shady Business. So Shady Business is a little bit darker, which, you know what, let me swatch them just in case you guys have been interested in these Mitchell bronzers. You guys, they're so good. They're so good. If you try any of these cream bronzers I'm mentioning, try this one. So this first swatch here is Shady Business. That's what the color looks like. This is the shade that I'm wearing today. And then I have Caramel Chisel, which also works really well for me too. If I'm doing a super dramatic look, I'll go with Caramel Chisel just because it's a tad bit darker, but not too dark. So there is the color comparison. Both really beautiful colors, and they just blend so effortlessly that I can get away with both shades. So love the formula of these. They're amazing and I highly recommend them. Alright guys, let's talk about concealer. I have 3 concealers to talk about. So the first concealer I want to mention is the One Size Concealer. Specifically, this is called the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I have mine in the shade Medium 1N. This concealer is amazing. I've seen a lot of reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I haven't seen anybody in between. You either love it or you hate it. I love it. It's beautiful coverage. The only thing with this concealer is that you need to work in sections. So I apply it to one eye, blend it out, and then I work on the other eye, the nose, the chin, wherever you like to highlight. Just work in sections and it's going to work amazing for you. It is so good. I love the formula. It's like a whipped texture, and I feel like because of that, that's why it dries down pretty quickly. But you guys, the coverage is amazing. And I mean, this is Patrick Starr's brand. So, you know, he's giving us like full on, full beat drag moment concealer. That's exactly what this is. The coverage is incredible. Okay, it's covering everything. Okay, it's a bomb. So I highly recommend this concealer. The next one I have here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is called the Magic Touch Concealer. Another amazing concealer of 2021. This concealer is so good. I highly recommend it, you guys. I love it so much. and it's amazing. And I have mine in the shade number 9. Also, like I said, I have so many tutorials using these products, so definitely check out my channel so you guys can see these products in action. The next one I have here is newer to my collection, but I had to mention it because it is so good. This is the HNB Cosmetics Soft Focus Airbrush Concealer. It's exactly what the name says. It gives your under eyes a super airbrush finish. It's full coverage, extremely smoothing, and the formula just blends so well and so effortlessly, and you need very little of this, and it really does kind of like diffuse into the skin. It's amazing. A little bit of it goes such a long way. And then the last concealer I wanted to mention, you guys are gonna be like, girl, I thought you didn't like that concealer. So when I actually tested this in a testing new makeup video, I was like, I hate the applicator. I don't think I would repurchase, and I still 100% stand by the fact that I hate the applicator because I really do, but because of the coverage, I cannot put it down. It is so good. I'm actually almost completely out of it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. Now, packaging 1000% sucks. I hate it. This like sponge applicator, you guys, it's disgusting. Like, I used a little bit today and there's a whole bunch of product on there. It's super gunky. It's terrible, but the coverage is bomb. Like I said, I'm wearing it today. It's so full coverage. It's a thicker whip texture, so a little bit goes a long way, but it is so beautiful. If you want to try it, I'm gonna say try it. Listen, it's your call. If you want to give it a shot, you can get it at Sephora. I'm just letting you know, it's messy and the applicator sucks, but the coverage is beyond perfection. All right, you guys, let's quickly talk about some eyeshadow bases. So in 2022, I'm carrying over my P. Louise base, but you guys know I started off 2021 using the shade Rumor number 2. However, they recently launched shade 2.5. and I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, so obviously the lighter one is shade Rumor number 2. The deeper one is 2.5. Now, because I have such a tan now, 2.5 is perfect for me. It's more of my skin tone color, so it's not super bright, but I really enjoy it. I think it's amazing. No matter where I apply it, because usually I apply it to my entire eyelid, even up to my eyebrow, and a little bit out towards my temple sometimes. Even if I don't decide to put shadow towards my temples, when I go ahead and apply my foundation and everything, because the shade is so close to my skin tone, it just looks flawless. I love it. It is so good. And then of course, I'm bringing my blank canvas with me into 2022. The best eye base to cut your crease. It is so good. I love it. This didn't launch in 2021, but I've used it a ton and I just wanted to mention it in today's video. And then I wanted to give you guys a more affordable option that launched in 2021. This is the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer. This is an amazing eye primer. It's an amazing dupe for the P. Louise one. P. Louise is obviously from the UK if you're not familiar, so it's kind of hard to get your hands on it. You can get them at the Morphe store, but Morphe doesn't carry the shade 2.5, so that kind of sucks. But if you guys want to try something similar but not with the hefty price tag, try the Juvia's Place one. It's amazing and it's also affordable. Alright, you guys, let's talk about 2 powders really quickly. These are older powders, but powders that I have used throughout the entire 2021, and this specific powder I started to use more towards the end of the year. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. I have mine in the shade Y245. You guys, this foundation powder is so amazing. I'm wearing it on my skin today, and because it's a foundation powder, it's going to give you a little bit more coverage, and I love it. The color is perfect. I'm obsessed. It gives me like a really nice smooth finish, and it's just really beautiful. I really have been enjoying it. And then of course, you guys know I had to mention my collab powder. I love this powder. I need to see more people use it in 2022. So if you're watching this video and you like a really nice smooth bright under eye that's not gonna give you a white cast, this is your powder. You can get it at Sally's Beauty. This is not sponsored. I just freaking love this powder and I think it is so beautiful. I'm wearing it on my under eyes today and I highly recommend it. Next up, I wanted to quickly mention an eyelash brand. I'm actually wearing their lashes today and I've been so obsessed with them. They were so kind. A few months back in 2021, they sent me a few of their lashes in PR and I have been hooked ever since. They're also a super small business, so if you guys are interested, I have a discount code with them that I'll leave down below. I'll leave their website down below as well. They are a small business, like I said, so who doesn't love supporting small businesses? So this right here is the brand Popsy Lashes. I'm wearing their lashes in the style Princess today. It's such a beautiful lash. It gives you that really beautiful cat eye, flirty kind of look. It has shorter hairs towards the inner corner, and then of course it flares out, which is really beautiful. I absolutely love the fluffiness of them, and when I'm wearing looks like this where I want a really bold, dramatic lash, but I still want to be able to see my shadow, this is the perfect pair, as well as their style in the shade Popsy, which I've used this a ton as well. And here's what their packaging looks like. It's really beautiful. Even for a small business, the packaging is super durable, which I love. And again, these right here are the style Popsy. Also a super beautiful pair of lashes. So I quickly wanted to mention them in today's video because they have become one of my favorite lash brands ever. Alright guys, good news is we're almost done. Let's get into some blushes. So the first blushes I wanted to talk about are from MOIRA Beauty. You guys know, like I said, obsessed with them. These are just so beautiful, from the packaging to the imprint of the blushes to the way that they ombre. Yes girl, I'm talking about ombre blushes. So these right here are their signature ombre blushes. I have a few of my favorite shades with me. So this right here is the shade Sweet Peach, which I'm going to show you guys these up close. I mean, look at these, you guys. They're just so gorgeous. When I put it up close, the camera's washing it out. So here's what the actual color is. This one's called Sweet Peach. Next shade that I have here is Tender Rose, which is probably my most used shade. It is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And then of course I had to mention the Makeup by Mitchell blushes. These are also phenomenal. He's launched some new shades this year with his Milk collection, which I did want to mention in today's video, but I feel like I didn't get to use it as much. But such a gorgeous collection. I'll go ahead and put up a picture of the palette as well as the blushes that he launched with the collection. Such a gorgeous collection, definitely iconic in 2021. Alright you guys, so I know this video is getting super long. I hope you don't mind, but I just wanted to quickly talk about a few eyeshadow palettes that I loved in 2021. I'll make it quick. No worries. So the first one that I have here is, of course, one I had to mention. This is the Be Perfect Carnival The Antidote palette. This is Stacey Marie's collaboration with Be Perfect in 2021. I'm so excited to see her collaboration for 2022. She creates a carnival palette every single year, and this was the carnival for her. She's gorgeous. She's serving. You create so many looks with this palette. I've created a ton of looks with this palette already. I'll leave some videos down below if you guys need some inspiration. It's amazing. Also, if you guys don't know, I am doing a giveaway right now. So if you guys want to get your hands on your very own carnival palette with every single liquid shadow she launched with that collection, definitely check out my New Year's Eve glam makeup tutorial, which I will link down below. That giveaway is still going on. It actually ends on January 11th, so be sure to go ahead and check out that video after you watch this one, so that way you can enter the giveaway. The next palette that I have here is also from Be Perfect. This is called the Scepter palette. This I feel like was another super iconic palette for 2021. It's so beautiful. It has some face shades right here, so bronzer, blush, a few highlighters, and then you also have some beautiful colorful shades. This was definitely a gorgeous palette. I did also do a look with this one and I really enjoyed it. Also, I feel like another iconic palette that I haven't used again since my tutorial was the Morphe X Avani palette. This was such an innovative palette. You had some cake liners down at the bottom and then eyeshadows up at the top. So beautiful. I feel like Morphe does so many collaborations. They launch so many collections, and this one was just one of those super iconic collections that are just so beautiful. This is such a gorgeous palette, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. And then the last and final palette I wanted to talk about that launched in 2021 is the Lorac X Saskia Field palette. So if you guys don't know who Saskia is, she is a UK makeup artist. She's absolutely incredible. I've taken so many of her master classes. I've learned so much from her. Her skills are absolutely incredible. Her technique is so unique. And when I found out that she was launching a palette with them, I knew I had to have it. The colors are beautiful. I mean, they blend beautifully. The pigmentation is insane. And of course, I just wanted to support her because I'm such a huge fan of her work. So yeah, that basically is all the eyeshadow palettes that I wanted to mention. Okay, so before I end out today's video, I wanted to mention just, let's see, 4 more products. Yes, 4 more products, which are products that I'm wearing on my face today. I love them all and they're all incredible. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing for today's look. It's actually from the brand GLAMLITE, which is one of my favorite brands ever. I also have a coupon code with them if you guys are interested. This is the Chocolate Martini palette. It's so gorgeous. They created an entire collection around drinks, which I thought was super cute, and this palette is gorgeous. So when you open it up, this is what the palette looks like. As you guys can see, the shades are gorgeous, beautiful neutral shades, blend really well. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes. Then I wanted to talk about the liner, my favorite nude liner. I discovered it in 2021. Have not looked back. It is so, so good. This right here is the Too Faced Killer Liner in the shade Killer Cashmere. I have 4 of these in my collection. That's how much I like it, because I'm like, if this ever goes away and they don't create it anymore, at least I'm set up for life. It's the liner that I'm wearing in my waterline. It's really beautiful, but the greatest thing about it is not only is it creamy, but it's super, super pigmented. So one swipe forward, one swipe backwards, and beautiful pigment, and you do not have to reapply it because once it dries down in the waterline, it does not budge. It's amazing. And then my lower lash mascara, I had to mention it. I get a lot of questions about what I use for my lower lashes. I'm not wearing any falsies on my lower lashes. These are my natural lower lashes with the help of this amazing mascara. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. Such a nice mascara. It has a super tiny wand, which I will show you guys up close. Here's what the wand looks like. It's super tiny, super thin. So you're really able to get right into those lower lashes and really coat them very well. Sometimes I do 1 coat, sometimes I do 2 coats, just kind of depending on the makeup look and how smoky the lower lash line is, but it's amazing. I love it. It also doesn't smudge or flake, and it's just phenomenal. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is something that I've been using a lot recently. I'm actually going to order another tube. This is the MOIRA Makeup Cream Paint in the shade Black, I believe. This is what it looks like. It's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and link it down below. I bought it off Amazon for $7, this huge tube, and I use this as my eyeliner. Any makeup look recently you've seen me with black liner, this is what I'm using as my eyeliner. It's technically a face paint for Halloween, but it's incredible. I'm actually wearing it on my lash line today. It's so good. It's creamy, easy to work with, and the best part is it dries down super matte black and does not budge. It's amazing. The only downside is it's not a felt tip, so you do have to apply it with an angled brush, but it's so worth it, and I definitely wanted to recommend it. So that basically concludes my best of 2021. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a long one, but I had so many things to talk about. There were so many good products in 2021. I can't wait to see all the makeup launches of 2022. I hope you guys are excited for all the content that I'm going to be bringing you in 2022. Thank you for all the love and support, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.